the bell pepper and the shallots. Put that on low. We gotta season that a little bit. Girl, don't that look good? Oh! Put that on low real fast, okay? I'll put it on the back of the stove. I'll put it on low on the back. Hold on, y'all. I'm frying my rice up a little bit. You don't forget you gotta fry your rice in that oil. You wanna get that rice golden brown. I put some celery on. I also have some ground beef. Over here they call it minced beef, okay? So I put celery and minced beef in here, okay? Then I need a little bit of like minced shallot. You need some onion in this. So I have these little shallots that I bought. I'm gonna use those and just do a quick little mince on those. And then I'm gonna season them. I have never, y'all, in life, I have never made hamburger steaks ever. Ever. It's not something I grew up eating. It's not something my grandmother ever made. It's not something my mother ever made. I never had like Salisbury steak or hamburger steaks from scratch ever. All right, as soon as that rice starts to turn brown on you, golden brown, I'm gonna add in some water, okay? Double the amount of rice. No, I've never made it before. I've never had it before in my life. Well, I've never made it. I've eaten it before. All right, I added in the water, and then I'm gonna season it with some chicken powder. Can we do that? Salisbury steak ain't nothing but meatloaf. Well, I'm just saying, I've never had it cooked like I'm gonna cook it. Because we didn't grow up eating it like that. We just never did it. So this is a new one for me. And it's a new one for the live stream, okay? So if I had to make Salisbury steak and there was a competition on how to make hamburger steak, this is what I would do, okay? So I put celery in and minced shallot. I think we need garlic in this, don't you? She's very necessary, okay? I have 4 cloves of garlic. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and then there's 4. 4 cloves of minced garlic. And then like, I don't know what you season yours with. Like, I just don't know what you season yours with, but this is what I would, like if I was making this, well, I'm finna make it. That's it, I'm finna make it. I guess what I'm saying is like, girl, put some salt in here. All right, put some salt, a little swig of MSG. I'm in Asia, so this is like a seaweed extract. A little black pepper, a little Italian herb situation. A swig of onion powder. And I think this could use a swig of Worcestershire. All right, little swig of Worcestershire. What y'all think? Is that Salisbury steak enough? Is that Salisbury steak enough? Am I missing something? Don't worry, the bell pepper is going in the gravy, okay? Don't you worry, the bell pepper is going in the gravy. Am I missing something, or did I about do it just about right? Let me see. I want to see how he makes the gravy. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. Just a swig of Worcestershire. Okay, and then I'm gonna form these into patties and then get them on a plate, okay? Oh, look, Creole seasoning, you put that in yours? Okay. Darius, why do you use MSG? Because I am in Asia where all the ingredients are much healthier than they are in the United States, that's why. And so if you are in the United States and you're wondering why you always see me use MSG, it's because everyone uses it in Asia and it doesn't have all the harmful chemicals that the food has back in the USA. That's why. So you'll see me use MSG a lot because over here, all it is seaweed extract. But a lot of the ingredients here don't have all the harmful chemicals that we have back in the United States. There's no GMO. Every piece of produce, every vegetable is already organic because they don't use pesticides when they farm. They don't use harmful chemicals. They don't use preservatives in the food. They don't use additives in the food. So you guys ask me a lot about healthcare and how healthcare is going over here, when the reality is that 80% of the problems that you have with your health is because of what you eat. And when they don't have the same things in America that are FDA approved, they don't have the same things over here, you don't have to worry about, you know, your high blood pressure, your diabetes, your heart disease. You know what I'm saying? Those things just don't exist in the same way they exist in the United States. That's why. Drop my bleach. And so that's one of the reasons people, you know, are you ever coming back to the United States? Probably not. Darius, is it true you used to work at MacArthur's? No. Don't forget, anything you need from the online store, you can go to shop.dariuscooks.com. Your discount code is the word Power Hour at checkout. Power Hour is going to save you 70% whilst I am live. All right. Speaking of live, I'm about to use one of the best skillets known to man. I'm going to use my Darius Cooks everyday skillet. Got a little bit of residual oil left over. I'm going to fry up my steaks, my Salisbury steaks, my hamburger steaks. I'm gonna fry them up real fast. Hold on, y'all, let me put the heat on. I'm gonna get that pan nice and hot. Okay? Now look at this. Now we put all this seasoning, all this flavor up in here, okay? All the shallot, all that. Can we find that type of healthier MSG in the USA? I don't know if you can or not. I have no idea. I have no idea if you can find it in the United States. What I can tell you is a lot of the food here, like there's no GMOs here, right? That doesn't exist. You know, red dye in food doesn't exist. When you buy bread, you have to freeze it. My bread is in the freezer. The reason you freeze everything is because there are no additives in the food. There's no preservatives, right? So what ends up happening is that your food does not last for weeks. Your bread goes bad in 3 days. Your cheese goes bad in a week. Your meat, your bacon, your lunch meat, 3 or 4 days tops before it goes bad, right? It's the way food is supposed to be. Your food shouldn't be lasting 2 and 3 weeks. That's a problem. Especially your flesh meat. It shouldn't be lasting 2 and 3 weeks. That's a problem. So naturally, the food that I eat over here is going to automatically be a lot healthier than the food that we eat in the United States. It's going to be, it's a hell of a lot healthier than what we eat in the USA. All right? Come on, let's put our hamburger steaks in. We're going to put them in and press them down a little bit. Okay? And honestly, that's one of the reasons I'm happy to be here. Okay? The food, the options of food, the choices in food. I'm in Indonesia, I'm in Bali. The options for food, the choices for food, it's all so much healthier than what we were eating, than what we eat back in the USA. Don't get me wrong, I would never not love the USA, right? I would never not love USA, but food's too expensive, right? I mean, you come over here, you spend pennies on food, it's so much more affordable. I mean, you know, limes, you get 15 limes for $1. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that in America. You can't get 15 limes for $1 in the USA. Girl, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. It's just better. Okay? I'm sorry, it is. It's just better. All right, I'm gonna do a little lemon this time in here. Let me look at this rice. I think my rice is about ready to come off the heat. It is. All right, I'm gonna cut my rice off. I'm gonna put a lid on top of the rice and let the rice just sit over there. I put everything in here. 1, 2, yeah, I did. Give me a second, let me mix this up. Yeah, so I don't know, that's my answer. I don't know if you can get it cheaper or if they have it in the USA, I couldn't tell you. But the food over here is real food, everything. How's rent? Rent's a little pricey, it depends on where you want to live. You can live in places for $1,200 a month, right? It's not going to be the lap of luxury. It's going to be a room, a kitchen. It's bare necessities, about $1,200. I have a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom villa, 24-hour security, overlooking a rice field. You know, girl, with ovens and stoves and all that. And I pay $3,300 a month. So that's the thing about Bali. Rent is not cheap at all. Rent's not cheap at all. But the food and your expenses, I filled up my gas tank on my bike this morning for 50,000 rupiah. 50,000 rupiah is the equivalent of $3.12. So I have enough petrol now to last me about a week for $3.12. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, rent's expensive, but everything else is like super cheap. All right. All right, don't forget anything you need from the online store. Your discount code is the word Power Hour at checkout. Power Hour is saving you 70% while I'm live. Yeah, $3,300 a month. I have daily cleaning. So I have people that come in every day and clean my villa. Water's included, electricity's included, power's included, 24-hour security, safe. It's pricey. It's pricey. But, you know, that's what I pay. You can certainly pay something else. No. Gas is not the same. My motorbike gets me about 150 miles to the gallon. Your car doesn't do that. So my $3.12 that I spent will last me a week and a half. You're not driving your car in America for $3.12 for your entire week. That's not happening. Your fill up is 30, 40, 50 bucks. You know what I'm saying? If you have a luxury car, it's probably a little bit more than that. Let me flip this, y'all. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. I wanted them brown on one side so I can flip them and give them a little press on side 2. Like that. So I've like completely seared off our hamburger steaks, all right? Back on the stove they go. Yeah, I spend a lot less on expenses going out for dinner, right? If you don't follow me on YouTube, you should, because I go to like restaurants and post the reviews for restaurants here. For dinner, you know, and I'm ordering 2 entrees, 2 appetizers, 3 cocktails. I'm spending 40 bucks US. I'm spending 40 bucks US, you know what I'm saying? So the price for what I'm spending is so much less than what things cost, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it's one of those things that I think we should compare and contrast or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I do think rent is pricey for what you get, but at the same time, things sort of balance themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Like, things that are different here that you don't think about. I'll give you an example. Car insurance is optional. I get it. And before I go into this diatribe, you have to remember, the first step in understanding somebody else's culture is to abandon your own. So do not think about what I'm getting ready to tell you like an American, because that's not gonna work, okay? So like car insurance here is optional, right? You don't have car insurance. The government here is corrupt, so it's easy for locals to skirt around things like paying taxes. We can't do this in America, right? They don't really have like renter's insurance and homeowner's insurance. The locals here, they don't treat their banks the same way we treat our banks in America. You know, we put all our money in the bank in America. Here, they don't trust the bank. In fact, you can Google this. Just last week, a guy committed suicide because he had $5 million in an Indonesian bank account, and the money came up missing. And it wasn't his money. Money belonged to some other people, but the money just came up missing. So like Indonesians, they don't keep money in banks. They don't believe in credit cards. the same way we do. They only operate in cash. It's a whole different way of living that you wouldn't even consider. It's an entirely different way of living that would be hard for a lot of Americans to fully grasp and understand. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna take these out. I've seared them on both sides. I've got them seared good. I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of the oil. And then with all of this good black stuff on the bottom, I'm gonna put in onion and bell pepper on top of this, all right? It's different. It's different. It's not, I know it's shocking to a lot of you. Just like it was very shocking to me when I learned about how it works. But again, it's very different from what we know. And I mean, at the end of the day, this is how they operate. Okay? Then they found out it was a mistake. It doesn't matter. It may not have been a mistake. What may have happened is the government's corrupt. These are things that we can't imagine. So you know how there's this whole fight for a level of democracy for citizens that we have in America? We have freedoms and we have things that are granted to us by the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights that other countries don't have, right? So it's actually, morally, it sounds bad, but legally, the government can take money out of your bank account, which is the reason why they don't put money in a bank account. They don't have an FDIC. Like we have. You know, it's very different. Very, very different. Okay, I'm just sauteing my onion and my bell pepper together. I'm gonna put a little celery in there. I got a little Chinese celery. It looks like parsley, but it tastes like celery. I'll put that in as well. Yeah, it's very different, y'all. It's not the same, and I'm learning every single day. So when you start to think about, and we don't have to really think about this in America because, you know, for the most part, we do have liberties, we do have freedoms, we do have protections as United States citizens. But in other countries, it don't work the same way. How's the dating scene? You see what I'm doing? I'm dating my work, okay? I don't know. Okay, let's make a gravy. So to make our gravy, I have onion, bell pepper, and some celery. And I just put it in the bottom of this skillet. But this pan is now a little dry for me. So I'm gonna put a little more oil in the pan and get that back on the stove to get heated up. And then I'm gonna add some flour because we gotta make a roux for this, okay? We gotta make a roux. How long can you stay in Bali? They have different visas. So it depends on what you're coming for. There are work visas, there's study visas, there's a lot. There's different ones. So you can apply for whatever one you need, okay? Well, you're handsome, smart, and can cook. If you are single, you want to be single. Yeah. Listen, the girls is getting divorced left and right. We just talked about Jeremy. Teping Terigu. All-purpose flour. We'll sprinkle a little all-purpose flour into the oil. All right. The Bible is true. The Bible says the darker the roux, the better the flavor. Okay? So I'm putting that flour in here. I'm gonna mix that flour in. I'm gonna mix that flour in good with the oil. Okay? That way that flour could start turning brown on us. Now let me tell you something. The best gravy you're gonna ever make in your life is equal parts chicken bouillon and equal parts beef bouillon. Hello? Hello? Equal parts chicken bouillon and equal parts beef bouillon will give you one of the best gravies you've ever had in your life. So I'm gonna put me a little beef bouillon in there. Hold the line. All right, and I'm gonna mix that with a little chicken bouillon. If you got chicken broth and beef broth, use that. Girl, I ain't got that. I got this powder. I put it in there. I'm finna mix it up, hold on. I'm having a back porch daiquiri. I got the perfect date for you here in Cleveland. Y'all always say that, and he looks like a troll. Y'all always say that. Y'all always want to hook me up with somebody whose favorite color is chicken nugget. Why do you do that? Just because I'm gay does not mean I'm desperate. No, the girls always want to hook you up with somebody whose favorite color is Brussels sprout. I don't get it. And then she says, I have the perfect date for you in Cleveland. Bitch, Cleveland is 10,247 miles away from where I live. Girl, how that's gonna work out? 10,000 miles. And she want me to date somebody named Cletus that live in Cleveland. I'm cooking with the both, the Heritage Collection 10-inch, 12-inch, and the Everyday Skillet. Shop DariusCooks.com. The discount code is the word Power Hour at checkout. Power Hour is gonna save you 70% while I'm live. What is your type, Darius? I don't have a type, but it don't matter. I live in Bali. So if he's not in Bali or Indonesia, it don't matter the type. You see what I'm saying? Let's put some water in. We done got our brew. I don't want a dark brew. I want like a medium complexion. Something that's, you know, a product of slavery. Let me show this to you real fast before I start seasoning this. Matter of fact, I can season it in front of you. Look at this here. I want a slave rape gravy. Something very medium complexion, okay? I need some garlic powder. Did I say slave rape? Jesus, Darius. What is wrong with you? A little garlic powder, a bay leaf or two, ain't gonna hurt nobody. Okay? Little swig of onion powder. little swig of herbs de Provence or Italian seasoning, and some black pepper. Lots of it. All right, lots of black pepper. You're gonna give that a stir. This is my gravy. Let me taste this first. It's not gravy yet, but you see my color on this? You see my color? It ain't dark, it ain't light, it's in between, okay? Let me see if my salt is perfect or if I need to add some water or something. I don't know, let me see. Oh, that's good, child. That don't need nothing. But we're gonna add these hamburger steaks right back into this gravy that we seasoned for dear life and seared off beautifully with all of the extra flavor and juice off the bowl. All right, and then we can just baste this a little bit and get this back on the stove so it can cook all the way through. Won't take long. Won't take us too long to cook this here, but it's gonna go back on the stove for a little bit. Huh? Okay, now while that's back on the stove, I got one more little side dish I'm gonna make. And I'll be out your hair. What's the weather here? Hot. 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 Every day, hot. Ain't no temperature. Bitch, it's hot. You walk outside, you gonna start sweating. 96% humidity. What is that? Hot. Hot. 96% humidity, baby. It is hot. Tonight's drink, I'm having a back porch daiquiri. I made this up. It's made with sweet tea. And can I put cornstarch in the gravy to thicken it? You don't need cornstarch if you got the flour. If you have the flour, you do not need cornstarch. Thank you. Zucchini. We never cook with this. We never use this. She's delicious. And she's low carb. She's low carb. We gotta start using more zucchini squash. She's amazing. I'm gonna cut it down, right? And then I'm gonna cut it in half, and then cut it in half again, and make chunks out of it. It won't take long to cook this. That's why I did it last, okay? This is the yellow zucchini, but you could also do it with the green zucchini as well. You know what it tastes like? Do you know what zucchini tastes like? Do this. She tastes like nothing. So we're gonna add flavor to the zucchini so it tastes like something. You know what I mean? We're gonna add some flavor to it so it tastes like something. You know, and I like zucchini. We just don't eat enough of it, I guess. Okay? Okay, let me show you what I'm gonna do. So I got the zucchini chunked up. You know what else we need to be chunked up with the zucchini? See that? Look at that. Look at that. Chunked up. You know what else we need? I got it right here. Hold on. Your drink might be starting to set in. I know. Thank you. I gotta add Rotel for my zucchini and squash. Oh my God. Do you? Why? You just made it unhealthy. I have some broccoli. Zucchini and broccoli is a vibe. Okay? Including the broccoli stems. I cut the broccoli stems down. You paid for them. Why would you throw it away? I cut the broccoli stems down and cut them in chunks. They're edible and delicious. You paid for them, you might as well use them, girl. Unless you like throwing money away. So I'm gonna chunk up the broccoli stem as well. And then I'll just make florets out of the broccoli, right? So, and don't forget anything you need from the online store. The discount code is the word Power Hour. Using the code Power Hour, you're gonna save 70% today while I'm live at shopdariuscooks.com. If you love vegetables, doesn't this make you excited? Look at this. Are you a vegetable lover like me? I love vegetables. This makes me so excited. Does it make you excited? It should. I have shallots here. 3 of them. And I'm just gonna cut them in half in a little slice. A little slice on my shallots. You can use red onion if you have it. That smell amazing. Let me show you what it like. Hold on, let me go grab it. Hold on. After I slice my shallot, look at my shallots in here. Girl, look at this. Ooh, wait. Look at this here. I don't know who y'all playing with. Okay, I ain't never made no hamburger steaks before, but I'm making them now. Okay, look at that. You put the gravy in here with the onion and the bell pepper and let it just cook slowly and just get good and beautiful on you and nice and thick on you. Look at that. Huh? What you said? Something smart, I bet. Look at that. Back on the stove to finish reducing. Thank you. Back on the stove to finish reducing. And speaking of reduction, let me get this other skillet on. Oh Lord, hold on y'all, I'll cut it off. There we go. I got it back. All right, speaking of reduction, don't forget anything you need from the online store. The discount code is the word Power Hour, all one word. Power Hour is going to save you 70% while I'm live. Thank you. ShopDariusCooks.com is the website, all right? Deal with it. Speaking of deal with it, let's take this squash and the broccoli and the shallots and give it a wash. All right. And then here's what I'm thinking on cooking this. I'm thinking butter. And lots of it. I'm thinking European butter and a little bit of oil. But then here's the thing. You have to season the oil before you add the vegetable. So let's make the seasoning real fast. And we put the seasoning in there. And then put the vegetables on top. You see what I'm saying? That way the vegetables get all the seasoning. Let's start with some MSG, a little bit of that. Let's do a little pinch of salt. Well, no, a lot of salt. No, a little pinch. I'm gonna put a little pinch of chicken bouillon in here. All right. I got some black pepper. I got onion powder. And I got garlic powder. Hold on. I also have a little smoked paprika. All right. I'm gonna get this in. Look at this. I want to get all of these spices right into that buttery oil situation so that they could start to bloom. And look at that. Ooh, it smells amazing. The moment you put it in, it smells so goddamn good. Now I can add all of my veg, my clean veg. Oh, that smoked paprika is just beautiful in here. Oh, is that delicious. It smells great. Okay, all of the broccoli, the shallot, the broccoli stems, and the garlic, and the squash right into this pan, all right? And the idea is just to mix it together so that all of the vegetables get a chance to marry with the oil. And the thing about this is that I'm gonna put a lid on it. And what's gonna happen is the heat from the pan is going to start to steam all of that lovely, beautiful zucchini, that squash. It's gonna release its juice. And give us a sauce. Don't forget anything you need from the online store. You can go to shopdariuscooks.com. The discount code is the word Power Hour at checkout. Power Hour is gonna save you a lovely, beautiful 70% while I'm live. Remember we made a little pot of rice? I'm gonna take my little fork and just fluff the rice. Look at this. I make the perfect rice every single time, okay? Each grain is separate. Nothing is clumped and stuck to each other. Everything is beautiful, all right? I put a little chicken bouillon in my rice so my rice have a little bit of flavor to it because don't nobody like no plain rice. You know, just regular, you need a little flavor on your rice. See that? A little taint of flavor. Look at that rice. Let me see, girl. She smells so good. I gotta see how it. Let me see. Okay. Last thing we gotta do. Did you forget about that corn we sauteed? Cause I didn't. Huh? Remember that corn we had sauteed with the bacon and the and all the things? Look at this. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Look at that corn. With the bacon and the this and the that, okay? And the onion and the garlic. She's a little seasoning. She's a little seasoning. It's been on low the whole time. Okay? It's been on low the whole time. Here I come, y'all. I'm grabbing my seasonings. Hold on one second. Y'all hold the line. I'm coming. I gotta grab a few things this thing needs, Doc. Okay, let's season the corn. Because right now we have not seasoned it. Red pepper flake, chili flakes, a little bit of that. Hello, how are you? A pinch of sugar. Yes, that's a pinch. A pinch of MSG and a pinch of chicken bouillon. Okay. Then my grandmother made the best skillet fried corn I have ever had in my life. And one of her secrets was black pepper, but like cracked black pepper, and a lot of it, all right? It was always so damn good. So I'm gonna put a little piece of black pepper in here, cracked black pepper, all right? I've also got some Cajun seasoning, a brand new one, because I used all my other one. So I'm putting a little Cajun seasoning in my corn. And I'm gonna hit it with a little garlic powder. Hold on, I gotta find some. I think I just used the last one, right? Here you go. I got a brand new one right here. I'm gonna give it a touch of water, like just a little bit, so it make a little sauce. I gotta sneeze. Cajun seasoning, girl. Cajun seasoning, y'all. Okay? All right, a little bit of that goes in. Give that a stir. Hit it with a touch of water. And back on the stove. And guess what? It's time to make a plate. Huh? Ooh, look at that. Let me get a touch more water. All right, back on the stove to heat through. It's time to make a plate. Oh, let me show you this squash first. Hold on one second. Let me show you this. Here's the squash that we had. The squash and the broccoli and all the things, right? Let me show you what it looked like. A little quick sting, right? In this like seasoned butter. And the reason I put the lid on because it's gonna smother it and it's going to release a lot of its juice, which is what you want to have happen. So now we have a beautiful sauce happening with our broccoli and our zucchini. Let me see. Girl, she smells so good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, look, let me show you what we got. Let me show you what we got. I made some hamburger steaks with a little pan gravy. You see that? I made hamburger steaks with a little pan gravy. I just want to top these with, I've got some garlic chives. Hold on, let me just grab them real fast. Look at that. This is my first time ever making hamburger steaks. I ain't never made no hamburger steaks before ever in life, and I ain't never made it on live stream. I'm scared to ask you, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What's one thing you've never seen me cook that you would like to see me cook? I'm just curious. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, I'm just curious to what you think. Yeah, the discount code is the word Power Hour at checkout. The website is shopdariuscooks.com. All right? It's gonna save you 70% while I'm live. Fried gizzards. Oh my God, those are disgusting. Liver and onions, no thank you. I made spaghetti yesterday. Pizza, cakes. There's no oven over here, child. I made steak the other day. I made meatloaf like a week ago. Oh, a jambalaya. Cute. Cute. Homemade hot dogs. Turkey wings. They don't sell turkey wings here. Chitlins, they don't sell chitlins here. I don't eat those. Lamb chops, they don't sell them here. Curry goat, they don't sell goat here. Chickpeas. Oh, I love a good curry chickpea now. I might do that soon. I might do some vegan food soon. Chili. Oh, I haven't made chili ever. Yeah, that's a good one. Gumbo, I made gumbo already. A seafood bowl. They don't have seafood like that. Pot roast, they don't sell pot roast here. I don't eat eggplant parmesan. They don't sell cornmeal, so I can't make dressing. Beans and weenies. Oh, that's a good one. Pig feet, they don't sell that. I made lasagna the other day. I made risotto the other day. I made it the other day. Paella is a good one. A dressing for my cucumber and tomato salad. I already made one. Paella. Red beans is a good one. Okay. Steak stir fry. Okay. Baked ziti. Jambalaya. Okay. Chicharron. That's a good one. Pho is a good one. Okay, okay. They don't have sweet potatoes over here, sis. They do not have sweet potatoes over here. No, thank you. They don't have it. They don't have it. I would love to. They don't have it. Butter chicken. Pepper steak. Okay. Wow, this is good. I'll tell you what, whatever you want to see me make that I've never made before, inbox me, all right? Or shoot me an email, darius@dariuscooks.com, okay? All right, dariuscooks.com. All right. I have some garlic chives here. We're going to use these. All right. Garlic chives, a little bit of water to wash them off. And it's time to make a plate, people. Okay. It's time to make ourselves a plate. Let's give these a little bit of a mince. All right, a little chop situation. These are garlic chives. It tastes like a cross between garlic and an onion. All right, and don't forget, anything you need from the online store, you got a few minutes left to get it. Your discount code is the word Power Hour at shopdariuscooks.com. Let's put this plate together. Y'all ready? Ooh, y'all ready? Have we cooked or have we cooked? Have we cooked or have we cooked? All right, first up, why don't we do rice on the bottom? So let's put a little bit of rice on the bottom first. A little white rice. Next to the white rice, why don't we put one of our hamburger steaks that we made with the gravy. Let's pour the gravy all over on top. And look at how beautiful this gravy has become. Look how thick and lovely that gravy is, right? All right, I can top this with some of those garlic chives that we just minced up, okay? Then, don't forget that black pepper skillet fried corn that we made. Let's add some of that we seasoned to the high heavens and cooked on low till it turned sweet and all the sugars came out of the corn and all that beautiful, lovely amazement. Okay? And then, let us not forget, we have that sauteed squash and broccoli situation in that beautiful, lovely, buttery concoction that we made up. Let's put that on the plate as well. Don't you love a plate with all vegetables and a little bit of protein? Ooh, baby. What's up? Let me go camera to camera. Hold on. Look at that. So you can bathe in the Bali water. No, we go to the river and sometimes we take our soap on a rope and we go to the river and we bathe in the river with everybody else. We take all our clothes off and we wash everything in the river with everyone else. Mm-hmm. Okay, look at that. All right. Now the only thing we're missing is our tomato and cucumber salad that's been in the refrigerator marinating. So we'll get a little bowl of that. All right, this is our lovely tomato and cucumber salad with the apple cider vinaigrette that we whipped up. Does this make you happy or no? Okay. Now, let's go with the salad first. Let's bow our heads and say grace. Grace. Don't forget, anything you need from the online store, your discount code is the word Power Hour. All right? One word, Power Hour. That's saving you 70% while I'm live, which is almost over. Okay, let me see. All right, cucumber and tomato salad. You hear that crunch? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's all right there, boy. All right. Let's try the hot food. That was amazing. Let's go with the Salisbury steak first with the hamburger steak with the rice and the gravy. Let me see. Let me see. But this is a soul food plate if I have ever seen one in my life. You hear me? Let me see. Bitch, that is amazing shit. Oh, God, is that delicious. Y'all, the gravy is perfectly seasoned. Perfectly salted. The rice is beautiful in here. Everything plays well together. The onion, the bell pepper, the celery, all of it plays so well together. It's so good. Let me see. Okay. Who's happy? Me. Well, let's try the corn with the bacon. Let me see. I ain't even taste this to adjust the season. Let me see. I smell that bacon. First thing I smell is smoky. Oh my God, is this delicious. It's smoky, sweet, slightly spicy. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Hold on. I'm making. Oh, let me try the broccoli and squash. Let me see. Come on, squash. Let me see. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Oh, it's that delicious. Y'all, I love a vegetable. This is seasoned to absolute perfection. This is so good. All right, don't forget anything you need from the online store. Discount code is the word Power Hour at checkout. Shop Darius Cooks. ShopDariusCooks.com. You got a few minutes left to use the discount code, 70% off. Two things I want to tell you as I always do. Food is my life. Life is my food. Until next time, tomorrow, I want to wish you a happy cooking from my heart to yours. Bye, y'all. Oh, my God. Is that amazing? That is so good, y'all. Bye, y'all. Bye, YouTube. I love y'all.